If you guys want to check out Mystery Retros, they do have some brand new stock in store. Of course, with the discount code PINGY, you can get 10% off all your orders, so make sure you do check them out. Their link is down below. Hello, welcome to Guess the Manager, the series in which you're looking for the manager from the clubs that they have managed. And today, we're joined by James. How you doing, mate?
Be interesting to try and do managers for clubs they haven't managed. That'd
A
be a real challenge. That's a hard level.
One thing I will mention is, usually in Guess the Footballer, we have to have at least 5 clubs for managers. I'm going to allow 3 because I think it's a lot more, you could stick out a lot more stuff with 3 clubs. So obviously you can give 5, but the person will get less points. But if you only give 3, you get more points maybe. I don't know, something like that. We'll work it out as we go along.
Yeah, it's teething, mate. First episode is always going to be a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Wade through it.
Cool. Do you want to go first or second, James?
I'll go first, mate.
First club I will give you for this brand new series is Mainz 05.
Jurgen Klopp.
It's not Jurgen Klopp. The next club is Borussia Dortmund as well.
You absolute stinker. Could this be Thomas Tuchel?
It is Thomas Tuchel, 4 foot sword done.
Do you know what the thing is? I looked up before because I was like, oh, Jurgen Klopp would be a really topical one. I was looking up for you, obviously. And I looked at it and went, oh, Mainz. And then I was like, if he says Mainz, I'm instantly going to shoot because it's so relevant and you absolutely snaked me.
Yep. To be fair, I could have maybe put his PSG bit before a Dortmund. I don't know, because then it would be a bit... But then you just think of a German that's managed PSG, so...
I mean, yeah, but I don't know if I would have remembered that he managed PSG, to be honest.
That's what I mean. It's not as memorable, but obviously Chelsea and now Bayern Munich, good career on him, only 50 years old.
Actually, but he's moved about quite a lot though. He's not managed to, I don't think, establish a legacy really, other than maybe at Borussia Dortmund. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. For you, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to start with a big club rather than a small club. I'm going to say Real Madrid.
Real Madrid to start things off. But what? I'm going to go Pellegrini, James.
It's not Pellegrini. This guy doesn't have many clubs, so I'm going to just have to coin flip between the other two, and I'm going to say Besiktas.
Besiktas and Real Madrid. That is a jump. I like this.
He had a year's break in between.
Besiktas. Who would go out to Turkey? Ooh, what was his name? It's not Del Bosque, is it?
It is Del Bosque, mate. I don't know, for whatever reason, I was sure this guy was Brazilian.
No.
I don't know
it's
what.
quite Spanish.
I don't know what's going on in my head.
Do you know what's going through your head is the guy from the World Cup, at the Brazil World Cup with the trophy, and he looks identical to Del Bosque.
It may well be. I
got
think
like the
it's
moustache
really
and everything.
confusing. Obviously, having looked at it, I know he's clearly Spanish. Because Spain would have been the last club / nation that he managed. He actually did do the B team for Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know why that sticks out to me. The Besiktas Del Bosque, one year for him, and then took over the Spain job, and made probably the best international team of all time.
Well, yeah, interestingly, he is. What does it say here? The only manager to have won the World Cup, the Champions League, the European Championship, and the Intercontinental Cup.
Have that, Pep Guardiola. I don't know if Pep would work. I mean, Spain's current crop is interesting because they got really good like under 20s, but then the mid-range, like in their prime, there's not really anyone. No, like Fernando Torres's or so. But maybe he's joined Manchester too much. Right, into your next manager, James. The first club I will start off with is Spartak Moscow.
Spartak Moscow. I have a sneaky suspicion the special one managed at Spartak Moscow, but I can't actually remember. And do you know what, mate? I couldn't name anyone who actually did manage for Spartak Moscow, so I will guess Jose Mourinho, mate.
It's not Jose Mourinho. And the next club I will give you, where it gets interesting, James. Okay. We will go a Villarreal.
I could name you 2 Villarreal coaches. Don't know if any of them would have gone to Spartak. I mean, one of them is Gary Neville. Oh no, wait, was Gary Neville Valencia or Villarreal?
Yeah, I think he was Valencia. I think that was his only job as well. So
yeah. He
went
back to being a pundit. To be fair, he's not a terrible pundit. It was a terrible manager.
On Dragon's Den now. That's his managerial career at the minute.
True. Yeah, what a weird career. I'll guess Unai Emery.
It is Unai Emery for 4 points. So done, James.
Good evening.
Good shout. He has got some other teams on. He has got Valencia, funnily enough. Sevilla is a bit more well known for Emery because obviously he won all the Europa Leagues. PSG, Arsenal, and Aston Villa. So good career. Yeah, doing well. Well, I lost at the weekend to United. That's not great. But
I mean, they were not robbed, but Onana had like the game of his life, so it was a tough.
I guess.
For you, I'm gonna stick with the same tactic of going for the big clubs first. I'm gonna say Manchester United.
Former Man United manager.
Look, I had a lot of. It's funny because they had one manager for such a long time, and now they've actually had quite a few managers in the last like decade or so.
I will try the special one, Jose Mourinho.
It is not the special one, Jose Mourinho. The next I'll give you is Real Sociedad.
Oh, it's one I was actually going to give you, James. It's David Moyes.
Yeah, it's David Moyes. Give it Moyesy to the end of the season. I didn't know if there would be a more secretive one because Everton's also pretty obvious. West Ham, who he's currently at, Sunderland maybe, and then Preston North End. I was like, I feel like you probably would be able to also guess it was an English manager from that.
I think so. In a way of doing this, I think would be to do it with like the Tuchel and Klopp is have people with similar paths, if that makes sense.
That means I need to know more, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm just putting managers in and looking at their thing going, that looks all right. And not going, who else has a similar career path or crossed over clubs with these players?
Yeah, fair enough. Your next manager then, James.
Yes.
We will start off with, which way do we go round? Let's go a Middlesbrough first.
What the bloody hell, Middlesbrough? Couldn't name you one Middlesbrough manager.
I mean, they were probably good before you started watching football. Like early 2000s Middlesbrough in the Europa League was lovely.
I genuinely couldn't name you one manager. Like I'm trying to make a guess, and all I can think of is Stuart Downing.
Have you ever heard of them? There's a good one for that era. They also had Massimo Macaroni.
Who?
Yeah, he was a great player, striker.
What, pasta?
Yeah, that's what I remember him.
Mate, no idea. Let me think of just what's the guy who is Steve Cooper. I don't know if he's managed Middlesbrough. He's a strong English name.
Yeah, Steve Cooper, not a bad shout. I am actually going to give you an England under-21 team as the next club.
Oh, is that Stuart Pearce?
It's not Stuart Pearce.
I think he did manage the under-21s. I don't know if he managed Middlesbrough though.
He did, yeah, he did. And the final team I will give you is the England international team.
The England international, the England under-21s.
And Middlesbrough.
Oh, it must be Gareth. Mr.
Gareth Southgate. There you go. Yep, there you go. 3 points for that, James.
I think he's a terrible manager as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he did really well in the previous World Cup. So not the one just gone, the one before that, the one in Russia. I think he did a very good job there with the team. I feel like the players we have now are too good for him to manage, if that makes sense. Like I don't think they fit the style of play. I think maybe he's going to adapt it, but we're playing like 3 backs and 5 backs when we've got like the best midfield in the world. Like why are we playing these white wing backs? I don't understand. And Harry Maguire.
Do you think now Jude has become what he's become?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he's got Declan Rice. You've only got one other midfielder to fill in. So it will be interesting to see what he does at the Euros. But I mean, the thing is with Southgate is if you look before Southgate, when I was watching England with Capello, round of 16s knocked out. Yeah. Like Southgate is the most successful manager in about 30 years. Like,
but you could argue also that he bottled the Euros final when we should have won it. If he hadn't made those subs, if he hadn't saved his substitutions for the 119th minute to bring on 2 subs who both missed pens, then maybe we would have won, you know? Like,
yeah, putting that pressure on those players, yeah, I guess.
But also just not using subs until the 119th minute was wild. Are we allowed assistant manager? I assume no. It's a bit too rogue, that, isn't it?
What, on his CV, if he's being an assistant?
I think assistant manager's a bit too rogue.
Do you know what? I'll allow it. We'll see how it goes, James. Why not?
Okay, let's have a look then. I will go for France under-21s.
I mean, the current French under-21 manager is Thierry Henry.
Brilliant. I thought you'd know another French person.
No. That is about the only French under-21 manager I know.
Incredibly painful. I don't know. Yeah, to be fair, if you asked me to name one, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you one. Who else could have managed the French under-21s? In fairness as well, he's had a very short career.
Yeah, there's not many clubs on there.
Nah, Belgium assistant
Weirdly.
manager twice, Montreal Impact, and then Monaco. Which I do remember him managing Monaco and not doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think Thierry Henry suffers as managers. Like, I'm trying to think of another example. He's too good. I think Wayne Rooney probably also suffers from a little bit. He's too much better than the players he's trying to manage. And so, like, he expects them to know things or be able to do things that they just don't have the ability to do.
Yeah, but then you got to, like, be relevant to what you've got. Like, Rooney, even Rooney didn't play that great football. They're saying he is a great footballer. He played very defensive football when he was at Derby and Birmingham. But yeah, anyway, let's see how you do with this one, James. We will start off with Portland Timbers.
What are you talking about? Portland Timbers?
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I didn't even know he was there, so I'll give you a little bit of...
Trying to think of some random... I imagine it'll be just like a random English player who retired, went to the MLS, and then, like, managed Portland Timbers. I've not got Frank Lampard.
Not Frank Lampard. The next club I'll give you is another MLS team. It's Inter Miami.
Who's the Inter Miami coach now? I couldn't tell you. Messi.
It is an Argentinian currently.
I don't know who he is. No, I couldn't say. Steven Gerrard. I'll say the other bloke.
It's not Steven Gerrard. The next club I will give you, he's had a caretaker job, and you might get something from this. I think the last one gives it you in a way. Okay. We'll give you Salford City caretaker.
Oh, is it? No way. Is it? Salford City is the one that's owned by Giggsy and Scholes, I think, isn't it? But
Or the 92, yeah.
Scholes is never... I don't think Scholes would ever be the manager. I don't think he could be asked. So I'm going to guess Ryan Giggs.
It's not Ryan Giggs. And the final club is most known is England's women's team.
England's women's team?
Say Inter Miami and England's women's team's your best bet anyway.
I can't even remember. I think what's the woman's name now that coaches the England women's, like Sabine or something?
Yeah.
I don't actually know what her name is.
Dutch woman.
I'll guess Sabine. I actually don't know.
No, it's not her. Funnily enough, he said his brother earlier.
Who?
He said a brother earlier.
Gary. It's Phil.
Yeah, and what's his... Phil Neville. Yeah.
Phil Neville went to bloody... Oh, no. Everyone forgets Phil.
There was about a 7-day window where Phil Neville potentially was managing Lionel Messi. And then he got rid of him. Beckham did.
Oh, that's so sad because you could have taught him the greatest stepovers.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
shame.
Phil... He's had an interesting career. I didn't realise he's at Portland Timbers, to be honest.
Neither. How long was he there for?
He's there right now, since November. Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, he did a couple of years with Inter Miami, where his son, I think, is there, I'm pretty sure. His son's Irish as well, Harvey Neville. And then, obviously, England's women's team he's probably most known for in a way. That was before.
Yeah, to be fair, now that you say that, I do remember it. But obviously,
yeah,
the success they've had has been under the current manager, it's been... Well, I'd say like just women's football in general has definitely come to the forefront a bit more in like the last year or two. And prior to that, it probably was still... I mean, yeah, it was just very much in the men's shadow.
Fair enough.
All right, mate, you're going to have... I found an absolutely incredible list. Okay, I hope you're ready.
Can't wait.
This is going to be incredibly difficult. I'm going to go in chronological order. Okay, we don't have all day. I'll start in the middle of the list. We'll start with Verona.
So, Verona. Would it be...
I'm looking at this list and I don't recognise half these teams.
Would it be... I know he did loads in like the Serie B and Serie C. I'm going to say Maurizio Sarri.
That's actually wild. How do you know that Maurizio Sarri managed Verona?
Is that actually the correct answer?
Yeah, you're just guessing right. Mate, this guy's got Stia, Fealesi, Cavriglia, Antella, Valdima. These are just made up places. No, these aren't real.
They're just little towns in Italy. But no, the thing about Sarri is he did years of like slogging in like the lower leagues.
Yeah, literally.
And then, did well with Empoli and then got up to Napoli.
Yeah, Empoli, Napoli, Chelsea, Juventus, Lazio. That's crazy that you got that. He's literally got like 20 teams in this list.
Yeah, I mean it was a toss up between him, Walter Mazzari, is it Walter Mazzari, something like that, and Claudio Ranieri. They're like the journeymen. They're the big Sams of Italy.
Yeah.
So
that's wild.
I'll take the 5. Kind of ruins it for the viewers. Just
I'm
give me. I'll get it
absolutely
instantly. Next manager I will give you, James. We will start off with Paris Saint-Germain, since they've had every manager.
Puzziger. The old
Mm-hmm.
Puzziger. We'll just go for Pochettino.
It's not Mauricio Pochettino. How do we give you another? Yeah, we will. We'll give you Chelsea next.
Okay, good. Good.
Just to mock you.
Yeah.
Just to mock you, James.
I can't really think of one, to be honest. One that's done both PSG and Chelsea. I have no idea. Rude Gullit.
It's not Rude Hullet. That'd be rude for me to give you a play that old. The next one I'll give you be nice. Yeah, let's give you Napoli next.
Was it Chelsea? What was the second one?
Chelsea, PSG, and Napoli.
Chelsea, PSG, and Napoli. I can't. Do you know what it is? I can't get my head around managers, and I keep thinking of players. I'm struggling to adapt. I can't stop thinking about players, Pingu. How do I think about managers only? Chelsea, PSG, and Napoli. I literally could not name you a manager that's done all of these.
You'll know.
I'll just say Jose Mourinho just so I can get another team.
It's not Jose Mourinho. The next club, I mean, there's two ways of going about this. And give you a stick-out club or a club that you spent longer at. You know, I'll be nice to you, James, and we'll give you Everton next.
Chelsea, PSG.
Everton might not help you, but
Everton.
I'll give you, James, that Napoli... I'll give you AC Milan as well. Why not?
That doesn't really help, though. I don't really know still.
That's what I mean, AC Milan, Napoli.
Oh, yeah, cheers. Oh, yeah, helping me out by giving me something which literally doesn't help me because I'm stupid. Right?
I'd say AC Milan affiliates with this manager way more, though. And I've realised if I'm going to do 5, basically I'm going to give you 6 because there's another club.
I couldn't name it. I just don't know managers at all. Like, who on earth's managed Napoli? Who cares? Not me. I don't know anyone. I barely even watch the Prem.
Watch Everton and Chelsea. Former Everton and Chelsea manager.
I'm gonna go for Roberto. Is it Roberto? Is it not Mancini? Is it Mancini? No, I don't think it's Roberto.
No.
Mancini. It's the.
Di Matteo
the
is I think
Wigan
the
one.
one.
I'm
Roberto
thinking of.
Martinez
That's
is
the
the one
one.
you're thinking. Yeah, it's not Roberto Martinez.
Oh, brilliant.
He's a good one though. And the final club, James, I'll give you Real Madrid.
Oh, it's not Carlo, is it?
It is Carlo Ancelotti
my
for 1 point. There you
God.
go, James. I mean that
I do
Because
forget he managed Everton because he didn't really do much and then sort of left. Like,
Yeah.
he went to go to bigger and better things. It was very strange.
yeah. I mean I felt bad not putting AC. I realised when I put Napoli in, I should have put AC Milan in because AC Milan is like nearly a decade.
I mean, to be fair,
But then-
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, for you it's early 2000s stuff, so Napoli would be more recent. Did a bit of Bayern Munich. He's done Parma, Juve. He's never managed Italy's national team, but he has been their assistant. So, decent one.
I'm going to try and go for less obscure teams because clearly you just know these things. So I'm going to start with Chelsea.
Chelsea to start things off. And we will say a bit of Chelsea manager throughout history. Frank Lampard.
Not that Frank, unfortunately. The second one I'll give you is Inter Milan.
The special one, James.
It's not the special one, mate.
It's not.
No, it's not. But
I think I
then
might know who it is then.
I'll give you Roma.
Ooh, no, it's not him then. I was going to say Rafa Benitez because he did do Inter Milan and Chelsea, but he's never done Roma. He's never been a Roma manager. That's a very sneaky one for you.
No, it is. It seems like I'm taking a leaf out of your book, mate, with your bloody
Yeah.
Mainz Dortmund shtick earlier.
I don't think he has. I can't think of anyone else. I'm going to go Conte.
It's not Antonio Conte. I am going to say Atletico Madrid as the fourth one.
It's Claudio Ranieri. Get him on there, James.
Claudio
Yeah.
Ranieri. You mentioned him earlier, and I looked him up, and I was like, "Oh, this is quite the prestigious list of clubs this man's managed."
Good content there, yeah. You could even weirdly do an English run with him, with Leicester, Fulham, Chelsea, Watford,
as well,
yeah. And then he's got international teams like Greece and who else has he done? I swear he's done another international job. Is that literally the only one?
I think it's the only one that I can see on here. Yeah.
Just done a nice holiday in Greece for about 6 months.
Yeah. It wasn't very long.
Literally, but yeah. Yeah, he's doing well with Cagliari at the minute. Got them promoted. Well, he's tricky when a team goes up, but hopefully can keep them up in Serie A, but we'll have to see. Yeah, that was a good one to end it off with. Dilly ding, dilly dong. And I think because we've got these list of managers now, it'll be interesting to see what people come up with in the future. I'm going to do one with Eric just after. And I'm sure he's going to throw in some like 90s managers, which obviously you'd struggle with quite a bit. But I thought I'd do this first episode with some nice broad names. We've done quite well.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. Make sure you check out James, drop him a follow and all that good stuff. Drop a like on the video, and we'll catch you all next time.